Perfect. Well, I'm glad you can because I am super excited and fired up. So while I may not have energy, I am antsy with everything that we're bringing back to family reunion. I will tell you this. I'm about to go out of order with all the slides, but as we get back to it, my favorite family reunion was what, 5 years ago in Vegas? Was that the one where we had the rooftop party and all sorts of craziness? That was a phenomenal family reunion, right? But this one was different from a reason that, all right, let's be humble and real. We took over this Martin Center roughly 2 years ago. Or a year and a half ago, something like that. I don't know, but time frame wise, 2 family reunions ago. The family reunion previous to this was in Orlando. That was one of the hardest family reunions I've ever had to go to. Because we were in the midst of transitioning, we were trying to make sure we were steering this brokerage in the right direction. We wanted to make sure the value we brought to everybody every single day was the correct value. And over and over and over again on that trip in Orlando, I kept hearing, you guys are doing it wrong. You're not going in the right direction. You should be looking at doing something different. And with the leadership group that we have here, we tweaked some things, but we stood steadfast to our goals, who we are, and what we wanted to bring to every agent in this building as value. And a large part of what that value is was celebrated over and over and over again. I can't tell you the joy that I saw, not just from seeing our biggest value proposition on stage, but the amount of people who came up afterwards who wanted their brokerage to look just like what we've done here, who wanted to have we can't even say PC program because we don't have one. They wanted to have a coach, a director who could guide all of their agents, give them the information, the tools necessary for their business to go forward. And to see the joy and the enlightenment of everything that you've worked for and built, that is what has brought me so much joy, because not only are we in the right direction, the conversations that are being held inside of this building, each of the agents, the accountability groups, the things that you guys are doing, I sat in class after class hearing people talk about how they are trying to put those things together. And we had to hear. So I am ever grateful for every agent in this office, and I'm fired up because we're on the right path, we're doing the right things, and our business will continue to grow.
Adding one thing to that, they already announced next year family reunion's location in February is Vegas. Start saving today. Today action item for family, action item for today's meeting. Set aside a separate account, money starting today into that account, so every single one of you are there.
Yes.
I mean, we had 20 of our 19 of us go, something like that, 18, 19. So
we had a table for 20 and we had 22 people at it. So yeah.
All right, so I think we can get 40, double that next year. I know you're going. I'm looking at you. I know you're going. I know you're going. I know you're going. I see you. I see you.
Yes. We all should be there. We all should be there. Make it difficult for us to hoard cats.
This is Tia. Do you happen to have the dates for next year?
We do not yet. The dates are probably going to come out. As soon as they come out, we will let you know. It is almost always President's Weekend, right after Valentine's Day. Almost always.
Copy.
Very, very rare that it's not that time frame.
Yeah, I always say it's right around Valentine's Day, the weekend after that you would celebrate, that's when it is.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get energy. Let's celebrate the things we have going in our market center. First things first, our January 8th, no, our agents got their very first moment. Release it down and congratulations on your first place. To our new family members, one thing that keeps us afloat is the fact that we continue to grow. James, Lila, Frank, Delonte, Rachel, Tina, Daniel, thank you for making this your new real estate home. To our captors, the people who are making money. Give a shout out to Mike Galen and Conway. Congratulations on reaching your cap. All right, training calendar. I'll have to put you on down.
All right, so upcoming March. Really? Okay, got it. Hello. I learned, by the way, so I got prepped to go on this panel, and prepping, they handed a mic to us and they said, hold it like an ice cream cone. I was, oh, I like ice cream. And he says, I'm holding it like an ice cream cone. All right, so training calendar for March, you see it up here. We have a huge lineup for spring for March and April coming. We have some guest speakers that we're lining up coming up in the spring. Stay tuned for some of those announcements. I made some connections at Family Reunion where they want to zoom in and provide value to all of you. And I'm so excited for some of the names. Stay tuned. So as you see there, nope, you don't see it all because I'm doing that. Thanks. March 2nd, the investor pathway with, is that Art Warshar? Is that who that is? No, I'm reading right. The investor pathway. There you go.
Well, let's give a little bit of information about Art Warshaw. So you guys know that I interview an agent damn near every single day, right? And one of the agents that I had the pleasure to interview was Art Warshaw. And what's interesting about him, he had a path to get 100 doors and to have his income come from that. For 100 doors, he wanted 100 investment properties or units to go back and forth with. He is now well over 100 units, and his majority of his income comes in from his investment properties. So much so that if a new apartment complex goes for sale, and let's say it has 140 to 240 doors in an apartment complex, he's one of the first people in Baltimore that they will call. So you want to find out about how to further develop your investor portfolio, learn how to manage it, learn how to negotiate and find out if it's the best deal. Art Warshaw is one of the best people that we have in our local area who can teach you how to go through and do it. And he started off very humbly, just let me find out how to get my first one, and just grew from there. So it's going to be an awesome investor series that we have with Art coming in to teach us.
All right, I'm so excited for March 7th, Pauline Dent. I got to meet her in Ellicott City when I was there. She heads up a huge team in Ellicott City. She is the Keller Williams International head of KW New Build. So any information you want, if you ever want to learn about new builds, how to work with new builds, how to work with buyers who want new builds, put in the words new build. She is coming here in person March 7th. Mark your calendars. It's taken me a few months to get her, and we have her, and I'm so excited. Transaction management, always a great topic. March 9th, mortgage insurance, very important. March 16th. Yeah, huge lineup.
There's some mortgage insurance news. Yes. Mortgage insurance news that we should all be aware of.
But we have our lenders who will have a chance to speak in just a moment to give us some of that detail. So you guys have asked over.
You move around.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So you guys have asked over and over again.
Yes.
When do we celebrate? When are we going through our awards? When are we highlighting the work that we've done? And we got a date. So on March 23rd, mark your calendars, set up some time. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an evening celebration for us. So somewhere in the nature of like 6 to 9, something in that range, where we'll get to hang out, celebrate, have some fun together, and celebrate our victories, right? We've been working our butts off in a challenging market where either we've had to work excessively hard or we've had to grind and get things out of the mud. And now it's time for us to, let our hair down and relax and have some fun with each other for a little bit. So mark your calendars for March 23rd for a celebration of legacy. So when we were at Family Reunion, the region was kind enough to hand out some awards, and we have some fabulous agents in our market center who, let's give a round of applause, because they all came home with some certificates and some awards from things that they've done. So, the voice of an angel, if you haven't heard someone walk around this building singing on a regular basis, well, there's been 2. Sometimes you've heard me, and I've seen you guys shut your doors, and you guys are very rude to that, by the way. And then there's Salim, and when he sings, people come out of their office to stand and just listen for a few moments. So Salim won the voice of an angel throughout the entire region. And, the next award, can I tell you, there's been days where, we struggle, we're down, and you just wish something would come and pick you up. I've had the pleasure of receiving text messages and emails from one person who always can see the bright side, who always has a way of having the right words to lift you up. And Ms. B, it was an honor to see that you won the Bright Side Award, because you truly are a person who always sees the bright side in all of this, and I can't thank you enough for it. And then there's a man who I've already had several conversations with this morning. And I might need to lock my door so he doesn't go in my office sometimes. But Mr. Jeff Lipkin is none other than the office comedian. If you are having a down day as well and you need somebody to pick you up with a good joke, be it mood or not.
Okay.
What is this?
Correct. Jeff is that person. So throughout the region, he won the office comedian. So congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
You are, it makes a difference. All right, I want to get some time to our vendors. So these are our partners, right? Who help guide your business along with the different things that they go through and do. One of our partners, John, you guys saw the material for primary residential. There's been a slight shift. He no longer is with primary residential and now he is with Main Street Mortgage, but I think John can do a much better job of explaining this himself. Without further ado, John Wall.
Thank you.
Oh, hey. Woo.
I'm gonna hold this like a ice cream cone here.
There you go.
Scotch, vanilla, strawberry.
I'm a vanilla guy. I'm really plain, you know. You know, I go to Cold Stone, I get anxiety because there's like so many different flavors. I just stick with the vanilla. It's really bad. So guys, John Wald, I've been in the business for 17 plus years. I've been working with Mark for probably about 16 and a half plus years. So I've seen his growth and seen a lot of people's in this industry's growth. I was with primary residential mortgage for 11 and a half years. And as of Tuesday, I moved and went to Main Street Home Loans. So I'm really, really excited about Main Street Home Loans. It is a company that was started by producers for producers. And we've got, you know, 80 producers in the company. We did 2.2 billion last year. We are of the mindset of let's get it done the right way. We have an awesome marketing team, similar to what we had at Primary, right? We have a great marketing team that will help you guys and your business if you want to set up a time with me. But we also have some phenomenal products. I was just telling Mark about an awesome jumbo 10-1 arm that we have at, you know, I just priced it out yesterday. It was 5.625% with no points. Really great products. But the good news is, the best news is my team's with me. So not only am I at what I believe is a strong company for me and my foundation and my clients, as in you guys, and my clients as in the people on the street, but I believe and I'm thrilled for the fact that my entire team joined me in this. And I'm really, really looking forward to the future. One of the guys that is going to come in here a little bit more often is a guy named Alex Thomas, mortgage marketing dad. If you ever looked at him up on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff, about a year ago, he just got into TikTok and just was like, well, let me screw around with it and see how it helps my business. His business is blown up with it, right? And he will sit there and teach you guys how to do it. If it's something that you want to get interested in learning, we're going to go ahead and have, you know, him sitting here. We have Kathleen Lauman, who Mark knows for years. Kathleen is one of the most professional loan officers I know, besides myself. She's going to come in and start teaching some like self-employed classes, how to improve credit classes, all these different things that, you know, we hope will help build your business. So I truly appreciate the support. I truly appreciate these guys, you know, for trusting me and making this decision. And, you know, I've changed companies twice in my 17-year career. I take it very seriously. I vet and, you know, Mark didn't even know I was really moving until I told him a few weeks before. Last weekend. Yeah, this past weekend, really. So again, I really appreciate you guys. Anything that we could do to help your business, I'm thrilled. One of the products that we're coming out with too, that I just want to let you guys know, is the Federal Home Loan Bank of Atlanta. Right? Typically, in order for you to be a Federal Home Loan Bank of Atlanta, you have to be a federally chartered bank. Well, the good news is I have a connection with a federally chartered bank and they're giving us their charter to allow us to use the Federal Home Loan Bank of Atlanta funds. The Federal Home Loan Bank of Atlanta funds allows people that make under 80% of the area median income, which is about $80,000 a year, to get up to about $15,000 for down payment and closing costs funds that are forgivable after 5 years. It is not like a CDA loan where the interest rate is going to be 7.5%. The interest rate is the same interest rate as you would get with an FHA or a VA or a conventional loan. You just need to meet the income requirements. So we're super, super excited about that. We're also excited. I know Ben's in the back over here with direct DML, right? So, there's also some really good news coming out about VA in terms of the reduction on the funding fees and FHA, the reductions on FHA. So there's a lot of great news that is coming out in terms of mortgages. If you guys want to sit down with us, have a conversation. I'm excited to see what the future holds. And we're gonna kick some rear butt. That's probably the appropriate way to say it.
Main Street has found a way to get $15,000 to some of our clients who are in need and needed.
Yep.
Does anybody's client need an extra $15,000 to purchase? Does anybody's client need an extra $15,000 to purchase? There we go. Contact John immediately to find out how
Yes.
to use this for your clients to be able to purchase.
And I'll put all our updated contact information on the private Facebook page. And, look, just reach out to us. We're here to help and we're ready to hit the ground running, man. I've never been so re-energized and I am feeling great. So it's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be a great career and I appreciate your guys' assistance and let's kick some rear end.
It's good. That's good. And with our next partner, I will save you the leg walk.
No, that's all right. I can. How we doing, everyone?
Good.
Am I connected to this thing? Can you hear me? Look like ice cream, like a Willy Wonka. Yeah.
Let's see some paint trash.
That's all I got so far. Well, I appreciate everyone's time this morning. As John alluded to, the mortgage world is changing rapidly. So there's a number of different creative financial solutions out there, depending on your borrower's specific needs. But I'd really like to kind of focus on you as the agent and on how we can help you develop business, create business, and then maintain business. So whether it's some of the trainings that we're doing coming up, transaction management, mortgage life insurance that we're going to talk about soon. These are all ways for us to be able to create clients for life, extend your own referral networks and kind of maximize and optimize there. So we are incredibly available to you. We're not, 9-to-5 lenders. Nights, weekends, when you're working, we're available. Whether that's, leveraging our marketing resources, which are free to you all. That's been of value and then just any kind of creative ideas that you might have. We're all about, developing new things and staying consistent and up to date with the market. So we love your feedback as well. So again, my name is Ben Richards. If there's anything I can help you with, I'd love to introduce myself one-on-one. Feel free to reach out. My information should be up here somewhere at some point. So, thank you.
You can always find.
Yeah.
It's always a wonderful thing. So, family reunion.
Wait, hold on, before you move off that, on the financing front.
Yeah.
I had mentioned there's some new changes.
Oh,
Yeah.
So guys, there's been great changes as it relates to government loans, right? Just yesterday, and so there's a reduction in the VA funding fee, right? So a veteran that doesn't have disability has to pay a VA funding fee that gets rolled into the loan. There's been a reduction in that. There's been a 30 basis point reduction in the monthly mortgage insurance premium, which is monstrous in some cases. That's like, it's huge savings, like almost $800 a year, right? Savings in some cases. So that's huge. The reason why they did this, just so everybody knows, because if people are listing agents and listing agents are like, oh, I don't want to take a VA loan, I don't want to take a FHA loan. Well, they did this to counter what the federal government did with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac recently put loan level pricing adjusters in. So if somebody has a higher debt to total income ratio, lower credit score, their interest rate is going to get rocked with a conventional loan. So they countered, Fannie Mae did this, and it's hurting people with lower credit score and higher debt to total income ratios and higher loan to value ratios. It's making them not that attractive to that program. So the government products, the FHA and VA loans countered that by reducing their mortgage insurance premium, so it makes it more attractive to those buyers. To, you know, you are probably gonna see more FHA, VA offers than you may have seen with conventional offers. And a lot of people freeze, oh my God, I don't want to do a VA or FHA loan because of all the lender required repairs. That is complete FUBAR, right? A FHA appraisal and a conventional appraisal these days are basically the exact same thing. The only thing that's going to be different is if there's flaking or chipping paint on a FHA loan, they're going to have to address it. But 9 out of 10 times on conventional appraisal, the conventional appraiser is going to address that in their report, and it's probably going to have to be fixed anyway. So just to warn you, you're probably going to see people getting more FHA loans than you have in the past. Do not be afraid of FHA loans. It's actually a huge benefit for the client. So because of these reductions. So it's really a great way to counter what Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac did to hurt low to moderate income and low credit score buyers. So. You want to do that?
Well said.
Really good.
Can you put that in a little email? And shoot it to us?
Oh, that would be helpful.
Brandon, can I have 2 seconds?
Of course.
Hey guys, this is Jeff with DML. Sorry I couldn't make it out today, but I actually just wanted to speak quickly, not at all really on lender related stuff, just on, I guess, some of my experience with KW historically and now, sort of as I rolled into purchase land 10 years ago, a lot of where I grew my business, where I got my education was actually sitting in KW offices and going to KW events and sitting in the classes. It's a thing over the last several years that I sort of got away from. But this year, especially with challenges in the market and just trying to make sure that we've got the business on the rails and also that my mindset is where it needs to be, have started plugging very much back into them. Family reunion, bold, other just market center classes, reread the one thing. It's made a huge impact in sort of every day when I get up, where my head is and the direction that I take the business. And figured I'd just put that plug out there, because if you're not plugging into everything that KW offers on a regular basis, then you're definitely missing out. And it's not in other places. So that's it.
I appreciate it. That actually is a perfect segue into family reunion. So we're gonna have a chat and chew recap that you'll see later on in the slide, but just want to give you guys a couple of quick tidbits from Gary that he shared with us at family reunion of where we should be right now, what we should be going through. And he really drove it home on 4 main points. Right now in today's marketplace, we have to own our own mindset. It's the very first thing that we go through, you know, it's your own attitude. We see the t-shirts, are you the buffalo, or are you the bull? Are you charging the storm, or are you just sitting there and letting the storm attack you at its will? We control our mindset so we know what we can do and how we can go after it. The second point that he went through is you have to master the new math. You know, we hear it say that you have to do more work to get the same results, but what does that mean in terms of what you want your income to be? What does that mean in terms of how many transactions do you have to close? Are you finding yourself that you need to cut your commission now to get forward? Then how many more deals do you need to do? How many more contacts do you need to get that appointment? How many more appointments do you have to go on to get the deal to close? If the deals aren't closing within 30 days and now they're taking 90 days, what does that mean? How much do you have to have in your pipeline? You have to learn your new math. You have to be paying attention to what the market's doing and how that's affecting your business. If you can understand that, then you'll know what's needed for you to reach your next goal. The third thing is filling your funnel, right? If you know the new math and you know how many contacts you need, how are you going to fill that funnel? How are you getting the clients? How are you getting the contacts? How are you getting the business partners that can help drive your business forward? Work on building that funnel and continuously filling it no matter what the market is going through. And last but not least, be purposeful with the people that you interact with. That engagement makes all the difference in the world. Just take a look at the accountability groups that are here in the market center. every single person in that accountability group is either producing, and some of them weren't producers when they first started. They're engaged, they're having higher level conversations, they're finding out what is the next tactic for me to go forward to better service my clients, to grab more deals. You look around the room today, you look at the people who are on Zoom, these are people who care and they're dedicated towards their business. And only that, we have another slide with another group who did phenomenal things with it as well. Those were some key takeaways that we went through with family reunion, but however, there was something else that really had me excited, and it had me looking at our platforms in a different format. So Command, I've done a disservice on a regular basis. So if you are an agent who has joined the Market Center within the last year and a half, I apologize for telling you that Command is your CRM. What I learned in Anaheim was Command is a hell of a lot more than just a CRM.
Business platform.
It is an overall business platform. I mean, from a place where you can manage a database or data bank, to a place where you can market, not just a place to market, a place where you have AI working in the background for you. But you know what, I'm probably not the best person to talk about what Command can do. So I'll give it to the expert.
Very true, very true. I would pass it right over to.
You know, it was funny yesterday, so I teach at command class every Wednesday, 1 o'clock, come on by. And yesterday, we were just doing the AI thing you were talking about, which is the class is on marketing your listing. We were using Command to create a flyer, create a social post. We were using Command, you know, to use AI where you can put link your listing in once and it makes all those things for you real quick. So it's amazing what it does. And just the other thing, just when I was sitting in the parking lot when I got here, I used the Command app to make a phone call. So I had been running a Facebook ad through Command, called this lead for the first time, which usually they take a long time. First time, made a phone call, and I'm meeting them Saturday for a listing appointment. But I have the app, I can dial right from the app. I can use voice recording to record my notes. Like if you haven't played around with all this new stuff that Command does and you think it's only a CRM, start coming every Wednesday at 1 because we're getting into all of the things you can do with Command.
Yeah, you did it perfect. So think about that, right? So you have a data bank platform. From that data bank, it actually you can grab leads from it. The leads that you grab from it, you can actually start marketing, but we talk about what marketing tools that we have, right? We hear ChatGPT, we hear all these other things that AI is in the background, and we start searching for it. Hell, if you haven't heard me and Doug go back and forth about AI, you should sit back here and be annoyed by the nerdiness that we go through. But AI is phenomenal. And we're willing to pay outward sources to get this information to help drive our business forward when you have it in your own platform. We have something, and what did Gary say in the quote? It's something about.
You know how many quotes we read?
I know, we read one yesterday. No.
It's a quote.
I wanted you to save it, but we were sitting in the airport on the way coming back, and
Save it.
yes,
Yes, I have a picture of it. I don't, okay, now I know what he said, save, it, you know, based
Yes.
on the picture. Got it, here it is. There you go.
there is no great company who's renting their tech. There is no great company that's renting their tech. So think about the AI that we have that is driving business for us. Yeah. So our AI has been created by the work that all of our agents have done to figure out what we want, what we need to go forward in our business. This is things that we've paid. So like on the side, we've paid for those things that come in. But we're managing it, we're growing it, we're doing it on our own. I know you guys have heard some videos that Mel and I have done where we talked about, hey, this platform, we've had meetings to go back and forth. Alana flew out to Austin. I've flown out to Austin to be in private meetings where we were talking about, should we continue to own our platform or should we sell it off and start renting it for somebody because it'll be cheaper? Honestly, man, we got such a great platform. We decided we're going to keep it. And because we're going to keep it, it's going to come at a cost, right? That cost we're seeing is.
It also, it's the only platform that protects the data.
It protects your data. There's so much to go into it, and I don't want to hijack the excitement and everything else that we're going through. But the AI, the information that we have, we own. And when I say we own, you own. You know, we're not a brokerage. We're not a company that brings you in so we can take all of your information and then go run off and do whatever we want with it. No, the information that you have, that you put in command, helps develop it and make it better for you, your business to go forward. And then if that day ever should come that you graduate, that we help you go and take your business to the next level, it's still your information to run and ride and do what you please with. Because we believe in our business and we believe that what we built is the best place for you and your business. So go back to the cost. So there's an increase, right? Because we have to manage, maintain, and protect this data. The increase that we're going to see is the monthly fee that covers our tech, which is $40 a month. That fee is now going up to $75. That $75 gives you access to all of that information that we talked about. All the excitement, the energy, the passion you see flowing in me from those great things that we have are all going to come within that $75 increase. So that increase is coming from Keller Williams International, and it's hitting us effective on March 1st. As you guys know, our fees, we get charged on the 15th of each month. That's when the invoices come out. So you'll see the $75 charge come out on the 15th of the month. That's starting with March. All right. Be excited. This is one of those things where if you are not fully integrating into command and what it does, just as Kirsten said, Wednesdays, 1 o'clock. Kirsten.
Thank you.
And just at 1 o'clock, or Wednesdays, 1 o'clock, find out the different technologies, different things you can use with command, the app, and everything that we have inside of it to go forward. This is going to be impactful and it will make a change. And Jennifer, I see your question. No 30-day notice. The amount that they were increasing to, we didn't have a 30-day notice to provide to you. We're passing along as we got the information and we were solidifying what amount that we were going to change to. We always want to be transparent, never hide, never throw anything crazy out to you. So we're delivering it to you as we solidified the amount that we were coming to. Jeff, yes.
So, I mean, I think a lot of them come in, I mean, I don't use it the way I should, but I'm assuming a lot of what they have to offer is to replace things and fees that you already have. Can you address that?
Yes.
So for those who didn't hear, Jeff's question was, you know, with the updates in technology, it sounds that you are able to use command to replace a lot of technologies and systems that you're paying externally for. And the answer is yes. So just talk about the marketing aspect of it. From the AI and the technology, every single time we use command, it gets bigger and better. Those of us who were here when it first rolled out, we remember how much of a cluster it was. It is transitioned into something where there are significant offers being made to purchase this system because of what it allows us to do. You now can farm geographic areas from command where you don't have to pay the external sources to farm. You now can market out where you don't have to pay the external marketing company to find the data and the information to market out. This system does, you have an app that you get to, one, make phone calls from, go forward with. And one thing that I didn't even know that I learned at Family Reunion, which I found out that, oh, you've been able to do. You know how hard it was in the original that we had to download all your contacts into an Excel spreadsheet, then send it out and have it uploaded. You literally can upload all of your contacts from your phone right into command immediately from that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like it's so many great things that are involved with it that we have to be digging in because your business, I don't even want to say it's suffering, but your business can grow just from using command by itself. All right. We talked about earlier people who have a commitment to their business. And we just went through our next Ignite After Dark series. And I want to give a huge round of applause to the agents who have been committed to not just themselves. Yes, start clapping. Committed to their business, committed to changing their own way of life, committed to making a difference in the lives that they serve by going through the Night After Dark series, committing to themselves and driving business forward. Cenk, you mind if I call on you for a moment? So how long have you been in the business?
Since November.
Since November. And we're celebrating something for you that happened relatively soon, didn't it? First closing?
First closing, guys.
We're expecting to close next week, so hopefully everything will be good. Fingers crossed.
Hey, we'll get there, but let's congratulate that, right? And there's somebody that you feel great, committed to committed to his business, and can tell you right now that he has deals closing from, right?
Yeah.
This is phenomenal, and Cenk, your name was mentioned on stage at family reunion because of the commitment you have to your business. Yes, very much so.
Thank you.
So we are full. Yes, yes.
Thank you all, thank you all.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So you guys can see that there's some changes around the building, right? You see that fabulous cap wall that's on the back? So I want to give a shout out to our newly formed ALC. Also to our KWLI investors who have made mentions and made suggestions of just little things that they want to see in the market center that will give them an uplift, and we will see some great things inside of the building and some energy from it. One of those was the cap wall, not just putting it up, but where, choosing the right location. That's a testament to the agents who are here, their business. It's not finished yet. There's a box full of pictures that we have that we need to figure out where they went to finish the wall. But more changes are coming. You guys have asked for certain things to be inside the building, and as you can see, they are coming up. So take advantage of it. Stop by, take a look. Any capper that's on that wall, they are willing to engage, work, and share all of their information with you. Ask them questions. Find out what they did inside of their business, and it'll help you grow as well. So it's a fabulous look, and I congratulate the ALC members because you guys are phenomenal for it. Another question that was brought up was, is there a way for all of the great ideas that we have as agents within the market center, things that you guys want to see, ways to communicate with us, the leadership group? You know, my door is always open, I'm walking around, you can grab me at any time, but to make it really easy for you to be able to contact us, take a picture, save the website. This is a way that you can immediately contact the leadership group with a great, fabulous idea that you have for us to figure out how to enact it. If you have questions, something you want to go through, this is an easy platform to get directly to us. If you have a training that you want to see, log it here. If there is I can't even think of anything random. Let's say you have a great lead on a new net for the ping pong table. Throw it in here, right? Just random things. This is what will help us. We are open, but we also want to give you more ways that you can reach out to us and have any conversation that's necessary. Any concerns, please go through this link. We'll have it in every slide, every all family meeting. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say too, like even suggestions of if you made a contact of, you know, we're always looking for great event spaces, right? Things that are affordable, things like fun new places that we can do things together. So even stuff like that, if you made a connection, like Brandon had mentioned, that stuff like that can go there, be really helpful to us.
All right, and this evening, well, I will let one of our ALC members bring it all in.
All right, 5 to 7 o'clock tonight. We're gonna be just time for people to share things they've got from training. So some of us attended SLS, some of us have attended other trainings, a bunch of people went to family reunion. So it's a get together with the purpose of just what were your ahas? What did you get out of the training? What can you share, you know, with others so we all can benefit from it?
So, and to dig deeper into it, those of us who, and I'll be attending this evening with 2 special guests. We're going to talk about things that we learned at family reunion, sharing some of those highlights and tidbits. For anybody who was a part of SLS, we're going to have them share all their tactics, their strategies, things that they learned inside of those meetings. For different meetings we've had inside of our building and some that we've gone to externally. This is going to be our chance to have a roundtable and have a discussion about the things that we've learned. If you're curious about any of those classes, if you want to know what it's like, attend tonight. You know, we're going to have food that will be inside the building, so it'll be a chance for us to eat, break bread, and have great conversation. And this is a fabulous idea from, again, the previous slide where you can throw your ideas in. This was the idea that was given of let's have a time that's not just our all family meeting, but let's have a time that we can sit down and really dig deep into any topic that we've learned. So plan to attend this night 5 to 7, and it'll probably run a little longer, but it'll be a great time for us all to sit down and engage with each other. And as we wrap up, this is an open forum, so any questions that anyone has?
Is there gonna be topics coming up from family reunion in that too, or is there a separate?
Twofold. Yes, there will be some topics from family reunion. And then we're also going to have multiple follow-ups for family reunion because my jet lag, I have not been able to debrief all of my notes as of yet.
Well, okay, so I can speak to that. I've already talked to some of the individuals who attended family reunion. I let them know that we're going to be putting on a panel. They're going to be on the panel to be sharing a lot of those strategies and masterminding around some of the ideas that they're all bringing back in the breakouts. Also received the past 2 days 3 folders very, very grateful to people. 3 folders from different people I've connected with at Family Reunion from all over the nation, who were amazing note takers from all the, because there's about 100 breakouts. You literally can go to what you want to learn, right? And so there are breakouts regarding buyers, listings, investors, building wealth. Any topic you can imagine, probably there's a nutrition breakout. So I have 2 folders of notes from all of those individuals that I will be taking, creating one massive folder of all of them for all of you and putting on our Facebook group and emailing out as well. So you can have it. Doing 3 folders because there's a lot of notes. So,
Yep.
yes.
And then each year we always have a regional breakdown. So not just from our market center, you'll have the market centers across the region and what they had. So that date hasn't been sent out yet, but we'll have that. So we'll have continuous follow-up points. So it's not just one mass dump. We will continue to drip this out as we go along with all the information that we have that we receive. Because you need to do your notes also. Yep.
I have a lot of big things.
I mean, we all, and it's the thing.
I was say, send them to me, I'll put them in the folder.
But when we talk about family reunion, right? We're all one big family legacy that we're out there, but it's not 20 legacy agents all going to the same exact training. We all go to different ones because there's so much different information that's passed along. Go to what excites you. And then we get to sit down afterwards and we start debriefing and sharing things that matter to us, that hit home. So when we think about Vegas and going out there, we're going to be together. But then when it comes class time, we all disperse, we go to different classes, and it's so many different wonderful topics, whether you want to work with buyers, whether you want to work with listings, whether you're looking to hire people, whether you're looking to downsize your business because you are getting out of the marketplace, whether you're
Do you
looking
want
to
to become
scale
a
your business.
trainer? Do you want to become a
Training.
coach? Do you want to?
Like there's so many different platforms, and what you're gonna find when we debrief is we all went to different things. So there's different information you're gonna pull back from all of us the whole way through.
One last question to that. We know, are there, I think like there are certain clips from the main stage that were recorded.
It usually doesn't come out for like a month though, I think.
Yeah.
They edit it and stuff, but
Yeah.
it will be like Gary Keller's address and like all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
probably in the next, it usually takes about 6 weeks for us to get those recordings.
When we get that.
Yeah.
For those who are listening that weren't
They'll
there.
be shared out.
That, I
Mhm.
mean, all of them are valuable. The keynote will blow you away. And so I can't wait to be able to watch that again. Listen to it again.
Bring a box of tissues.
Yep.
Seriously, keynote had Mark and I walking out speechless.
It had 10,000 people walking out speechless.
In tears,
Oh,
like,
It was so powerful.
I mean, I don't know who was cutting onions behind us, but it was bad, you know? They were so rude, like, it was so rude, just. You understand why they would do this, you know, just cutting onions right there, just such a.
There were like 5 people there who, like, have like very tough souls who like didn't have a tear in their eye. We're like, what's wrong with you? How did you not cry at that? No, it was really, and I think very, very impactful for our businesses and the times that we're in our industry too. So I would really encourage you to be able to plug in when those videos become available.
Thank you, Mark. So you want the rest of us to cry with you all?
Please.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
crying, you're crying.
We appreciate you sharing everything.
Well, without further ado, I appreciate you all, and that ends February's edition of our all family meeting. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight, 5 p.m. Let's go forward from there.